I'm going to give product my all, and I put all of my money into it, and
fingers crossed, here we go.
Yeah. And my husband was like, again, oh my gosh, you're crazy.
Why haven't you thought this through?
Yeah. He's told me I'm crazy in that aspect of
and
my
yet he joined
business,
in on the crazy.
like 4 times. But now, if you ask him, he will tell you, I let Lindy do whatever she wants because it always works out.
So there's 2 positions in a company when you're a solo entrepreneur and you're ready to build out that are essential. One is what's called the visionary. And that's the creative type. That's probably what most lash artists are. They're the ones that have the vision, the long-term goal, who are not as organized or systems and processes and logistics and the plan. The person that the visionary needs when you're ready to grow is called an integrator. Executive assistant is kind of the common vernacular, or director of operations. It's oftentimes when there's the visionary and like a CEO. So there's a CEO and a president. One's in charge of like the vision, the other one's in charge of execution. So when you want to start scaling, that's kind of what I think that you and your husband have, is this: you're the visionary, you're the one who gets the lash industry where you want it to go, the products, the creative side, and he's the one that makes it happen.
Yeah.
When you come up with a dream, he's the
much.
one that figures out how it happens. That's how big companies
Yeah.
work. I mean, Kimber Janes of Borbolette is the same way. She hired on a CEO who's the one who's taking it down. And if you want to have, go into 6 figures and then 7 and multiple 7 figures to 8 figures, you need those roles and more of like a corporate structure, but it's how you find that balance.
What success looks like to me, honestly, is having enough, being inspiring, having people value what I say or what I do believe and what our company stands for, making lash artists happy, and making,
it's very hard to do, by the way. Y'all are a picky bunch.
Staying happy while doing it, and having a happy home environment. So
Balance.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unique to each person.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's hard to do it all, but yeah. Like, for example, last year we went to 7 trade shows.
Cool.
And that was a good experience. I wouldn't say that it was very fun. It was too much for me.
Yeah.
And too much for my kids. And so this year I decided I'm only going to go to 4, even though I could go to 7. But I just...
That's a lot of... I've got 13 trips this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh...
Yeah.
Some of them are just weekends, but it is exhausting, and logistics with kids, and even just missing them. Like, my son's been sending me videos of, Mommy, I love you. And I'm like,
I know.
oh.
It's hard.
Yes. The balance, it's not always 50-50, and that's kind of something I say quite often, is sometimes you're more work focused and sometimes you're more home focused.
Yeah.
For me, if I can take most of December off and just enjoy the holidays rather than trying to work through it, that's kind of my big goal for our team this year. What would be the one piece of advice that you would tell Lindy, who was just getting into products or wanted to get in products, that you know now but maybe you didn't know then?
I would say to hire help sooner. I'm like, I can do it all. I'm super smart, but there are actually people that are smarter than me and know their field better than I do. So.
You don't have to be the jack of all trades.
No.
Yeah, it's this common perception like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to hire, but that's exactly why you should hire, because as a business owner, and granted, you do have to kind of wear all the hats, right? We talked about that at the World Series of Beauty show. You could start off with something as little as even outsourcing stuff at home. Have a housekeeper, order your groceries so that they're delivered to your door. It doesn't have to be extravagant and hiring on a team member. Start out part-time, outsource your photo editing if you're a lash artist. When you're getting into product lines and all that, you need help with order fulfillment. I would say that's something that is not somebody who's creating a product line. It's not a good use of your time, is shipping in USPS.
My first shipper was actually my babysitter, who was 16.
Hey, cheap labor. We like it.
Yes.
My first hire was an overseas virtual assistant who was $4 an hour.
Yep. She was awesome, and she was 16. I didn't have to pay her a lot, and she still works with us, actually. We pay her more now, but she's now 22.
Wow.
So,
was she your first hire?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep, my neighbor. She's still our neighbor.